Hello, my name is Jasmine Boland, and we're going to be talking about gender and gender stereotypes in the classroom. So, what is the difference between men and women? Physically, yes, you can tell someone's gender, but the differences emotionally and genetically are very small. We know that we share 99.8% of the same DNA. So, we know there is no real difference in men and women. The only real difference is the socially constructed norms that have been placed on us as men and women. So it's not encoded in our DNA. Boys will be boys is not true. And men are not born to be more aggressive than women. It's just based on traits that society thinks men should have. So, socially constructed roles. So these roles begin at an early age. Boys are given blue, girls are given pink. Boys are discouraged from playing with dolls. They're told to play with action figures, trucks, planes, guns. Girls are encouraged to play with kitchen sets, wear tiaras, act like a lady. From the day we're born, gender stereotypes are forced upon us, and they really do have a lot to do with how we see the world and ourselves in the world. However, humans are really complex, and we should keep in mind that boys can be as empathetic and caring as girls, and women can be just as strong and courageous as men. So, media's influence on gender stereotypes is very evident when you watch TV, movies, any of that. Um, these roles where a man is the protector, he's strong, he's not afraid of anything, he's not weak in any way. And where the woman is small, delicate, caring person who needs to be saved, are constructs that society has created. So in TV and movies, we can see that beauty in women is the most important trait. Most of the time, the smart girl is seen as someone who wears glasses and doesn't have any fashion sense, and she's not worth anything until she gets a beauty makeover. So we have stereotypes in the classroom with gender that they're so encoded in us that we don't even know most of the time that we have them. Um, so, for instance, boys are seen as being more active, more athletic, the aggressors. And it was also believed that boys were smarter than girls in science and math for a long time, and girls were pushed out of higher math and science classes, and STEM was seen as something that only boys did. That's getting better now, but we still have a long way to go. Boys more often get in trouble in school, and they're seen as the ones that need to be watched more closely, which isn't always the right action or answer to the problem. Boys tend to be a little more active than girls, but not much. So some of the other stereotypes we have in the classrooms is you'll see girls who play with boys are often called tomboys, but it seems to be more acceptable for girls to break these norms and to cross these gender lines. The problem is that boys are often overly criticized and bullied when they don't follow the normal roles of boys. If they have a lot of friends who are girls, if they don't like to play sports, they're going to be picked on and called names, usually derogatory forms of the word homosexual. Uh, Critics of elementary classrooms indicate that instruction is designed around the behaviors, interests, and needs of girls to the detriment of boys. So we really need to work on making sure that both the boys and girls in our classroom receive the kind of curriculum they need to thrive. So, sometimes you will have probably a child who is transgender, meaning they don't identify with their biological gender. It's important to use the correct pronouns when talking to these students and to be aware that they are often bullied and sexually harassed, and to try to let them know that you're there to help them and support them. So how can we as teachers fight gender bias in the classroom? Non-existent education, which is an education that incorporates female as well as males in the curriculum and goes more into the equity as far as gender. Women are just as important as men, showing some of the historical things that men and women have had. Teachers need to be sure not to overly punish boys. Teachers need to encourage girls to take classes in STEM. Encourage students to try hobbies and activities, even if they don't fit the gender stereotypes. So our history books and things should be show contributions of women as well as men. When dividing students into groups of partners, be sure to choose boys and girls to work. And gender equality benefits everyone. Remember that.